Do you like our Lord and Savior Pink Sheep? Well, why don't you show support and give a mandatory donation to our God at my Teespring store? Link down below.
They always make it extra spooky with not adding any music going. Leo 5. Everywhere else gets music. Even though it's not the best music, it's still music. I'm just giving them my handler report. Not in trouble or anything, just gotta get it done and then head back to the office. Oh, that's a sign I'm probably here. And I'm right. Okay. Let's just get this over with. Hello.
Hello, Cat.
My apologies. I've never done a handler meeting before, so I'm unsure of how to exactly go about it.
Handler meetings are no different than other meetings that we've had before. Just
all right.
you relaying information.
Okay. Where would you like me to start then?
Let's start at the beginning. The transport to the location.
Well, everything was going fine. The members of Alpha 9 were just having, passing the time playing I Spy sort of thing. Davis was napping when he suddenly woke up and shot the researcher ahead of, in front of him, the other researcher on the mission. It caused quite a bit of panic, but Davis explained that he had been doing this mission, this would be the 4th time now, and every time the plan failed and people were killed, and it meant there was a traitor. He did the work, and he discovered that that researcher was relaying information to the occult, and, was sabotaging our efforts to retrieve Kane.
Do you believe that information was accurate?
I do believe so. From what Davis described, this plan was successful and we had no casualties. We did have some injuries, but nobody died. So I do believe him.
We will be looking into the status of all the Alpha 9 members that took part in the field test, or field expedition. So if you could please relay to me what happened inside the facility, that would be very much appreciated.
Well, the plan was changed to where Hans and Davis would go and find an occult member and steal their uniform to perhaps go in undercover to maybe work from the inside, and we could come in afterwards perhaps to really start it all up. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but we were captured, Iris, Jacqueline, and I. We were discovered by the occult outside and brought in. Iris had her camera removed and was tortured. I would have been tortured as well. They wanted to know where Davis was as he was attempting to infiltrate the cave. So I believe that was the reason. Davis and Hans really saved the day for us, and we released Kane, and it was a job well done.
All right. Well, it's good to know that 5162's information, at least from your point of view, is reliable. We will take into account the perceived notoriety from the Alpha 9 members when we question them. If you could relay any information that 5162 may have offered from his previous expeditions.
He said that every time Hans would go in first and die, he would just... It didn't work for him to stealth in there. And Iris was consistently killed, and Jacqueline and him would be tranquilized. So it did seem like they knew who was coming and who they wanted. And Iris and Hans were probably too loyal to the Foundation to really be any use to them.
Alright. Well, I believe that will about do it for the verbal report from you. The information that you provided will be very beneficial for the reports of the incident, and due to 5162's compliance and I guess you could call it leadership role in the task, the 05 will be holding the end of the bargain up.
That's good. I'm sure he'll be more compliant and cooperative with anything the Foundation wishes of him.
We can only hope. He seems to have been a valuable addition to the Alpha 9 for this mission. So, if he is willing, and if the need arises, he might be working with them again. And also, we might need his assistance in acquiring some of the other SCPs from the...
Yes, of course. Is there anything else you require from me?
No, that will be it for what I need from you, Kat. We do apologize with the 05 for your mental scarring, if there is any. If you would require a therapist, we can arrange that for you.
Oh, of course. I will send you an email about that.
Cool.
All right. Well, have a good day, sir.
You as well.
All right. Could have gone worse. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I really should go see Dr. Harkman. I'm really just not feeling any of this. I mean, almost getting tortured really does it for you. It's weird to just get back into work after everything, but I'll be sending them an email literally as soon as I hit my desk. Because, I should have taken advantage of it sooner. Hello.
Hello. You seem to be doing well for yourself.
Yeah,
How was the talk with 05?
it was fine. Just basically rehashing everything they already knew.
Yes, I believe cross-examination is always a key feature, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you will not believe how many times I've read the same reports from Han, Iris, and Jacqueline. Now, Davis. How are you, though? I'm just concerned.
Well, they're offering me therapy services, so that's great.
Something I believe you will need.
Yeah, it's not every day you get to see a man's head blown out by Davis, just casually. So, I'll be taking advantage of that.
Do you want to take a seat, perhaps?
No.
You don't need to work too hard today.
I should probably send them an email still that I'm interested in those services so they don't forget about
Of course.
it. But,
Right.
do we have any plans
But
for today?
I will not fault you, by the way, if you take a break. Alright?
I mean, I have nothing else going on.
If it's what you want. Perhaps I can offer you a burrito bowl or something.
Burrito bowl?
I don't entirely know.
I'm happy with whatever, Dr. Harkman.
Alright, we'll get you the $1 burrito bowl from the machines.
You sound so angry.
Probably
about
tastes
it.
disgusting.
They probably
Well,
do.
that just sounds toxic.
It might be.
Has a whole bunch of preservatives, but it does exist.
They were trying to make her feel better, not kill her.
She's young, she can take it.
I can only take so much.
Right. How about those instant ramen things?
Oh, I'd love those.
Did you see a bunch of those in college or something?
Yeah, I did. I remember talking to you about that when, I was in college. Because I brought one in
Yes.
while you were teaching.
I do remember that. What was the lesson again, though?
I think that day it was about... Well, it was early on in the course, so is childhood development.
I'm just going to cook for a second or two. I just want to let you know you are very brave, alright?
Thanks. It's pretty,
You're stronger than most.
it's pretty stressful, considering.
I could say it's the worst one, but...
Is that how every handler mission goes?
Oh no. Some of them do tend to go awry, but others go much smoother than that. My first handler mission was with another SCP. I was stuck with a couple of SCPs that were... It was more of a training thing, really. But nonetheless, nothing really went bad. It just didn't quite go as expected.
That does tend to happen every now and again.
I do have a question, though, Dr. Harkman. Is it normal to just have this amount of, like, a large amount of people in the Foundation who just actively are against the Foundation, or actively working with groups of interest?
Traitors?
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it, yeah.
It is estimated that about 5% of all Foundation members have other ties to other groups. Yes, sometimes the Foundation can be aware of these individuals. Sometimes we catch them before the act. However, most individuals, like the handler on this particular mission, didn't show any signs of other types of activity. We do know about some of these people's existence, and we do deal with it. Others are harder to capture.
Why do we... Okay, is there anything in place to maybe deal with that, or do we just kind of let it go?
You'd be surprised how many people we catch every day.
Okay.
There's a large amount of people that work for the Foundation. 5%
Besides,
is a very large amount of people.
Oh, yeah.
Besides, I would like to say, behind you,
Yeah, you just went nowhere.
these people also do want to know more about the SCPs, about as much as we do. So technically, the Foundation sees it as some free labor before they have to get rid of them.
Even at the risk of compromising some information?
There's always risk in it. We capture most of these risk takers. That's the only way I can really see it. I don't fully understand it. I still don't, if I'm being quite honest. But not like I don't see why, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good. Now, here is your bowl of noodles. Even had the chopsticks in it, I think.
Cool, warm chopsticks.
Do you even know how to use them?
Yes, I do.
Surprising.
Oh, and did you hear already that the O5 is kind of letting, I think you probably do know about the whole St. Davis seeing his son thing.
I was given an email about it. I did want to confirm a few things.
They told me about it.
Well, you were one that was adamant about the thing in the first place, so of course they did.
That's true.
He's going to be able to see his son. He will, however, need a handler, and you've already done a bit too much.
Yeah, I'm cool taking a step back. Just in
Good.
case.
So, I was thinking about doing it myself.
That's still the best option, probably, since he's not a fan of me.
No, he's not. Plus, it does need to be explained to the wife about why he has you or me now.
Well,
Or me, if I ever take a part of it.
He did talk about if you were the handler, being the girlfriend or whatever, but...
Oh, okay. That's a good front.
I mean, if I was there, it could just be a roommate thing. You're a bit of a harder one, if I had to say.
True.
I mean, you can still do roommates. A bunch of people who are old, like you, have roommates. Sorry for digging in that you're old.
True.
Reasonable.
I guess I'll just ask this straight then. Because yours is probably the easiest way to explain. I was thinking about doing it myself, but I never really bothered to ask you. Do you want to do this? It won't be anything like before, obviously, but still.
I'd be happy to, if you'd want me to. But we can always rotate it if we want to, right? Make a whole cast of people that this ex-wife can see that show how stable Davis is then to keep those visits going, even though we are going to make sure they keep going.
Yes. I believe I'll give it a couple days, though. They're still setting things up in his temporary housing area.
That's good.
This won't be the only mission, though. I believe I'll be taking Head next, but there will be more. And I'm very scared for what might come.
I am a bit too.
We're going to need to find Abel and Ferdinand. But we'll let Dr. Jeremy worry about that. If you want to get back to work, feel free to now. Though I'd suggest you eat the soup.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Don't mind me.
Wonderful.